for me, my kids are like, that's what I'm most proud of. My kids, you know. Girl over here, nerdy girl with the hairy arms. I got the same shoes as her.
Oh, man. See, that was my thing. I'm really fast.
I doubt it.
Bro!
Ask that weird dude if he could have some of his candy.
Yo, what is up with you guys? We are back with another great episode of Everybody Hates Jabber, guys. Today we are at the beautiful Archive Creative Space here in Tulsa. We got co-creator of social events, co-owner of this beautiful spot here, sneaker connoisseur, and most importantly, father, guys. Some of you may know him as Social Studies. Some of you may know him as Chris. Some of you may know him by Sean. We got my boy Sean on the pod today, man. How you doing today?
What's up, man?
You doing all right today?
I'm
Feeling
doing
good?
all right. So far, so good.
That's what's up, man. So starting off, I mean, like I said, I just gave you 3 different names, man. What's up with the different names, man? Like, I literally did not know what your name was until probably about 2 months ago.
So social studies is just, you know,
Right.
That's my like online persona name.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, that
kind
one.
of like my brand, I would say.
Right,
you know?
right.
Social studies is just like a play on word. I study shoes.
Right.
And it was like
Facts.
it was a subject, but
I do like that name, by the way. The social studies. That's hard. That's
a dope
hard.
name.
That's
yeah.
a dope name.
And then the Sean is my name.
Right.
And I never really wanted to use like my government name on Facebook. I
got
just
you.
never really wanted to do that. And then the reason I made that, I have a Facebook account that says Chris, right?
Yeah.
And I made that account because I wanted to, you know,
Yeah.
sell shoes online and people not necessarily know that it was me.
I got you.
And I think I actually made it because I joined this Facebook group to see if people was talking about reselling about me reselling negatively when I was working at the shoe store.
I got you. Yeah.
That's how that account came about.
Okay. Yeah, because I was talking to somebody and I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, Chris Caldwell. And they was like, who? And I was like, Chris Caldwell. I was like, you know, he's in the group, Shoepocalypse. And they're like, bro, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, bro. And then I was like, told him your Instagram name and he was like, oh, Sean? And I'm
Yeah,
Sean. Yeah, I knew that. Oh, man. So, I want to start off today, though, you know, and just talk about some of the stuff that you're doing now, right? Mm-hmm. Mainly like the content creating and, you know, the social events that you've been doing and stuff. Explain that event, though, and like exactly what it is.
So the Social Sunday event was a event that I wanted to start when I got this event space. So I knew I would want to do some sneaker related activities in here because, you know, sneakers is what I'm passionate about. I wanted to somehow tie that in here. Right. And I thought like it's an event space, having a sneaker event would be a great idea. So I was thinking it'll bring foot traffic in and everybody here in town, we all get to enjoy the
day of sneakers
community.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was just like idea behind it was a whole bunch of like-minded individuals get together and just celebrate sneakers. I know Rico, I had seen him like posting online. I know him from back when I used to work at House of Hoops.
Okay.
I know him. He used to come in there all the time, and I've been following him on Instagram for a while. And I know he was actively like going to sneaker events, like at least monthly. I would see him posting from a sneaker event and things like that. And me personally, I think I had only been to maybe 2, maybe 3 sneaker events at all. Yeah, because I used to work retail, right? And I was a manager, so they never really would give me, like, I never really requested weekends off. It was like I'm pretty much working every weekend, pretty much. Right. And if I took a vacation, I was gonna be with my wife. We're not going to no sneaker event.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when I wasn't managing there anymore. I was having kids, and I can't really dip out on the weekends when I have the kids now. They're old enough now to where I could take them if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But like I said, so Rico was going to sneaker events frequently. So I hit Rico and brought him in here, and I was like, I'm thinking about having the sneaker event, and I wanted to know, like, I know that you go to a lot of sneaker events, and I wanted his input, kind of see, like, you know, what is the expectations when people go to a sneaker event? What's a good way to, you know,
keep people in there,
set it up pretty much? Because, like I said, my limited experience with attending or vending sneaker events, because I had never vended at a sneaker event at all. I think I had displayed shoes at like 2 events, but never sold anything.
Yeah.
And he just came in with a lot of input, a lot of good ideas, and he was like, you know, I'd like to partner with you on that. So that's something so now it's Rico and I's joint venture, if you will, throwing the local sneaker events here.
Yeah.
I think we've had 4 so far.
Right.
And the last one we had was at the GOAT, a different venue. So it wasn't at this space, but I want to at least bring it back here one more time. I'm not sure if people liked it better at the last venue.
At the GOAT or here, yeah. So what kind of things was he like telling you, like, as far as to make a good sneaker event, you know? Like, what kind of things did you guys incorporate to bring a good sneaker event to the community?
He was just really telling me, like, different components, because what I know is, like, I know that I needed resellers, right? I needed vendors,
of course,
and I needed tables, and probably some music, right? So, I mean, I had that, and then he came in and he was like, you know, well, you need to have, like, direction to give to your vendors, like, you need to tell them when to park, where to unload, when to do this, and he also was like, you know, table, like, dressings for the table, because not every seller is going to have, like, their own tablecloths, and you really don't want it looking janky. And he kind of thinks, like, big picture, like, he wants it to be able to grow to a scale where you can take that kind of show on the road. You know, he has, like, a lot of good ideas around that, and thinking big picture and trying to scale it to something major. Right. And
Yeah, I mean, once you do go to a lot of those events, like, you kind of realize, you know what I'm saying, like, what is needed to run a good event. Because, like, we kind of did the same thing for a while there, where we were, like,
going to a lot of events. I seen that.
Pounding events. I mean, we were on the road
every week.
Every week we were somewhere. It was getting crazy for a while. And I mean, we went to a lot of good events, but, like, 90% of them were not, you know, like, I mean, I wouldn't say 90, but, like, 70% of the events they weren't that great events, you know, like, the people just, it felt like the people who were throwing the event were more interested in making the money off the vendors and the walk-ins than they were actually providing a good time.
Yeah, you know another thing that Rico was trying to say was, like, the experience, like, what type of experience are we providing? Like, so, you know, I try to have, like, some vendors with some food and things like that, and it was kind of his idea to partner with those guys at the GOAT, and throw it there, because so we just had, like, you know, music on the playlist, but they offered us, you know, an actual DJ. And then they also have, you know, a full service bar, restaurant, and having food. So people aren't necessarily, you know, take one lap around, look at shoes, and leave. They can sit around, chop it up, eat some food, then maybe circle around, and they might buy some shoes. So for me, it wasn't ever really about making money off of the vendors, or making money off people at the door, because we don't charge.
Yeah, you guys don't even charge to come in. Yeah,
it's free to get in. So I think the biggest thing is, like, if what I want for our vendors, I want them to succeed, either having, like, a good amount of sales, or making good connections, getting their brand out there, and meeting other people that would be interested in maybe shopping with them later
down the road. So how does something like this help the community? Like, how does these events, you know, like, kind of fuel the community and help bring the community together?
Well, it's the only sneaker event that we really have in Tulsa. That's like a buy, sell, trade event. I know there's stores that you can go and buy, sell, and trade, but I don't know what your negotiating power is really like in those situations. I know if you go to like our sneaker shows, there's good deals that can be had. Like we've been having like $100 table where everything is like $100 or less. A table full of stuff, and I had some crazy stuff on the table. Like I sold a DMP 11 at the last event for $100. The DMP 6s were on there too for $100, but like the 2006 release, but nobody bought those. And then I sold I think like DMP beginning moments package. Old Love, New Love was like two pairs of ones for like $100.
That's like the ones with like the yellow. One of them is yellow, right?
Yeah, one of them is like I don't know if people would call them yellow toes. They're just the old loves to me. You know what I'm saying? But the black and yellow, and then the black toe ones. And
were those mid tops? Or
they were mids from 2006, and they have like a jump man on the heel. And I was like, man, they've retroed a few times. Yeah, they're used. I mean, $100. Dude, somebody can have them.
But those ones were expensive though. Like those were like some of the mids that got up there for a while.
I took a DS pack to 10 Toes like last year maybe. Yeah, and they sold that for like $650, I think. Right. So they can get up there. But I mean, I think for $650. I don't know. I probably would have just went and bought the highs that if they've come out, and then maybe just try to get the box. But I mean, for $100, give them to me.
For sure. What I'm saying?
It was $200 when they retailed back in the day.
Yeah. What would you say the support from the community has been like so far doing this?
I would say the support has been good. We've been having good turnouts, getting more traction. People finding more about it. I'm not like a marketing genius, so I don't know if I'm doing all the right things to let people know about it, but you know, passing out flyers, running ads online inside of different sneaker groups, telling people about it, what we have. I mean, I think the fact that it's free is a big draw, and then we also try to do like some giveaways, like give away a free pair of shoes, give away a cash prize to the person with the best on-foot performance, to kind of encourage people to, really bring out the heat. A lot of collectors or people that are into shoes, they don't necessarily, sometimes, you just end up accumulating a lot of shoes and not necessarily
not even wearing them,
breaking them out. So it kind of gives you a reason to break them out. Cause I know in the past I've been like not hesitant to wear things cause like, oh, I don't want to waste the wear because where I'm going, people not gonna know what these are. It's not gonna be appreciated.
Yeah,
you
the
know
way
what
you
I'm
want
saying?
it to be.
But if you going somewhere that's a sneaker event, people should know sneakers, so they can see what you have on and be like, oh yeah,
them is crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'm sorry not to cut you off, but another thing, as far as what I was trying to do for the community, I'm also trying to highlight different businesses and people's different talents that they have. So Social Sunday is what the event was originally called, and then sometimes we have it on Saturday. So it's either going to be Social Sunday or Social Saturday. Yeah. But I also wanted to incorporate an aspect of it where offering people who like have businesses around the sneaker industry and not necessarily selling to maybe like throw a workshop where they like maybe people who restore shoes.
Gotcha.
They throw a workshop around. Yeah. Show you how to restore shoes if that's something that you want to learn how to do. Maybe if you want to learn how to customize some shoes, I'd like to do something like that. I haven't gotten to that yet. I've talked to a couple people about it, but they didn't. I don't know how really interested they were.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking about sneakers and stuff, like you're definitely someone like who is a true connoisseur. You know what I mean? Like in my definition or what I think of someone that's like a true connoisseur of sneakers, you're someone that's a true connoisseur. Me, I'm not a true connoisseur of sneakers. I love sneakers, you know what I mean? But like, I'm not the type of person that's going to collect the pennies and all the other Nike different things. And you know what I mean? Like I'm kind of a hype beast, if you will. Although like I will say about myself, like I'm not going to dislike a shoe because it's cheap, you know what I mean? Or because it's not the most popular thing. Like if the colors are good and I like it. But I'm probably like, I'm not really just checking for Air Maxes and things like that. Like Jordans and Nike, I mean Dunks, and you know what I'm saying? The popular stuff is kind of more what I'm gravitating towards. So like, where did you kind of get that from? Like, where you just liked all sneakers?
So I would say it stems from like my childhood, you know, and like, so my generation is going to be different from yours, right?
Facts.
Growing up, you just watching sports is pretty much where it stems from. And, you know, all the pro athletes, they had like their own shoe or a certain model they would wear. And, you know, you think if you get those shoes, you would be able to, you know, kind of
play like them,
be like them.
Yeah,
you know what
Make
I'm saying.
Me like Mike
so
type
it's
shit.
just like, just watching different athletes and pro figures inspire you to want to be like them. So you want to get the shoes, you know, like Dion said, you look good, you feel good, you play good. So
you play good, they pay good.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that might be where it stems from, because Penny Hardaway was like my favorite basketball player growing up.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the next Jordan.
Yeah,
He's before your time.
Nah, I know. I remember Penny Hardaway,
but
though.
it's different, like seeing like old highlights. But you like, if you're like a young impressionable kid in front of that TV watching it while it happens, is different. You know?
That's Allen Iverson for me.
Yeah, Iverson was the man too.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
he was. So do you have Iversons?
No. Don't have no
So
Iversons.
why not? If you know Iversons, I mean, you just think his shoes are ugly or what?
Actually, not ugly, but I never had them growing up, so I never had that connection to them. You know what I mean? Like growing up for me, like my aunt, I live with my aunt and uncle. My mom was kind of, you know, out there on drugs and stuff. My dad just wasn't around, so my aunt and uncle raised me. There was like, they had 3 kids, and then they took in my mom's 3 kids. So there was a lot. You know what I mean? Like it just. Asking for, you know, Iversons was definitely probably a more expensive shoe than, like, they probably could have afforded it. It's not like we weren't living good, but like me as a kid,
I wouldn't ask for that.
I just didn't care about it. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't care about shoes at that age. I had an Iverson jersey. Like that was the cool things to me, was having the jersey. You know, not necessarily the shoes.
So, what shoes did you have on with this Iverson jersey that you can remember?
I couldn't even tell you, bro.
Were they Nike? Were they Reebok?
Converse. I like Chucks a lot. Chuck
I've never had a pair of Chucks.
Yeah. Growing up, like I'm from Coffeyville, Kansas. Chuck tees were super big. Like we wore a lot of Chucks. Yeah. Before then, I mean, it was honestly just whatever shoe you saw in Shaq's. I had K-Swiss. K-Swiss. That's probably what I had on with that Iverson jersey, because I know I had the all-white K-Swisses. And them hoes used to hit, boy.
That's a fit, huh?
That was a fit, bro. Shit. I'm not playing, bro.
Oh, my God.
You remember the K-Swiss? You ever rocked the K-Swiss?
My homeboy had K-Swiss. I don't think I've ever had a pair of K-Swiss. My homeboy, he had a pair of black ones. I remember it was a computer tech class in like 8th grade. I looked down. K-Swiss with a short sleeve button up on. I mean, for some all black shoes, I mean, they weren't like creased up, so I guess they were clean in that aspect of not having creases. But I wouldn't like.
You wouldn't like, dang,
I'm
bro,
not
what's
jumping
them?
on no K-Swiss, but like when I was little too, it's not like I'm saying I wasn't getting all the pennies and pippins and shit that I wanted.
Right.
I need to not cuss.
No.
My best
Say whatever you want, bro. We're good.
Okay. So I wasn't getting like everything I wanted. Like I remember when I was little, my daddy used to buy me BS. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My parents are immigrants, right?
Okay.
So
from where?
From West Africa.
Oh, okay.
Liberia. Yeah. I was born here though, but so like they don't care about, you know, buying me like the top of the line, most popular shoe or anything like that. You get what you get. Yeah. So I mean, I would say I was getting like what's the earliest shoe that I can remember that I had, was like a LA Gear, and it was like this Karl Malone shoe. It said Mailman on the back. Yeah, and I remember that was hard. Yeah, that's like the first shoe that I remember. Like, oh, I like these. Yeah, and they were LA Gear. And then after that, I think I might have got like some random Reeboks, and I was getting like some Fila's, just stuff that was on sale at like the department stores, you know. Yeah. You're not buying a brand new pair of $140 Nikes.
The crazies get stuff, yeah.
Whatever, like the stuff that I wanted.
Right.
I would look at it. I mean, I might ask for it to be like, nah, we getting these. I mean, I probably wasn't crying or anything like that. But what sticks in my mind the most that makes me sick and was probably a defining moment in my sneaker obsession would be, so we went to a department store. Let's say it was Dillard's. It was either Dillard's or Mervyn's or something like that.
Yeah.
And there were like some shoes on sale, like super cheap. They might have been like $10. I'm using that because at this point I am in my life, is something I'll buy almost anything that's $10.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, right.
$10.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
yeah.
So my dad took me to the store, and it was like these. I don't even think it's a brand anymore, but you know, like the Olympics USA. So I think they had like a brand where it was like USA, and it had like the Olympic rings on it, right?
Okay.
So it was some shoes.
Yeah.
And I guess they were USA's. I don't know what the hell they were. And they were like black, brown, and purple, like trail hiking looking shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugly as hell, right?
Not it.
This dude bought me like 4 pairs.
No. He's about to have you fitted for 3 years.
Oh my gosh. One to rock, one to stock. Hell no. So he brought me like 4 pairs of those, and I knew there was some bullshit when he bought them, right? I said, man, this is fucked up. I said, I can't do this because
Where these, Dad?
I might have been in 2nd grade at the time, right?
Yeah.
And I had a homeboy at the school. Oh, he was coming with it.
Oh yeah.
He had the jerseys.
Yeah.
He had the matching shoes.
He had it all.
He had
Stunting
it all.
on him.
He
2nd grade.
He had waves. He had
Damn.
sideburns.
Waves.
Yeah, my homeboy Cruz, he was doing it. I said,
2nd grade, bro. It's
he
clean.
had waves, sideburn. He got the jerseys with the matching shoes.
Right. Oh yeah,
He
bro.
was doing
stepping.
it. He was doing it. I got to walk in school wearing these trail hiking boots, hiking shoes. I think that was like a mid cut,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I get into school with them hoes on, and this is where it was really bad. It was this other girl in my class, and she had them on too, and I was like, hell.
Oh no!
Hell
no! Taking them things off.
And
right
I'm
now.
not gonna say she was like a nerd, but
Yeah.
I mean, she. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I
You
feel you.
know
I feel
what
you.
I'm
I
saying?
know
It
where you
was
coming
like-
from.
It was like, man,
I don't want to wear the same shoes as
this
her.
girl over here, nerdy girl with the hairy arms. I got the same shoes as her.
Oh man, bro.
Katie Arnold, that was her name. I
Oh,
remember it
damn.
well.
I hope Katie don't see this. She gonna be like,
Katie not checking for the shoe podcast. I don't think.
this ain't a
Is
shoe
she still
podcast.
wearing? Okay.
Yeah, this is general. We just had
Okay.
on. We had Juke last week.
Juke 21.
Yeah.
I seen him the other day.
Yeah. But no, that reminds me of man. I kind of got a story like that. Not quite the same, but it was actually with a pair of Jordans that I got. Hated them. I got a pair of 6 rings.
What age? What age are you?
It was my 8th grade basketball year.
Was that your first pair of Jordans or what?
That actually was my first pair of Jordans.
Who bought them? Your uncle?
My uncle, yeah. And he like, he thought he did
thought
good.
they cost like as much as
Exactly,
a retro. So
exactly.
it's like,
And at first, when I first seen them, right, I was like, well, I thought they were cool, but here's the problem, though.
what color were they?
They were red and white. Bro, my fucking basketball team was blue and white or blue and gold. This was in a time where you didn't wear mismatched shoes. You know, nowadays kids wear any type of color shoes with their basketball.
Yeah.
Back then, you wore the same shoes, or you had black and white or white and black, whatever. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, I got you some shoes. It was like for my birthday or
Did
Christmas
they
or
have
something.
patent leather on them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were trash, bro. Like they were not good
They
for
were
playing
you to hoop
basketball.
in? Yeah, those are terrible basketball
Dude, they
shoes. They're,
were
like,
the worst basketball
stiff,
shoes.
and I think they like dig into like a
Yes,
piece
bro.
of your toe.
And it's probably like 3 or 4 games later, bro. You could take out the insole, and like the bottom of him was like crumbling and stuff, and like underneath the insole, it was like breaking off. It was weird, bro.
Did he buy them brand new?
Yes, he brought them brand new because I know like he didn't know where to get no like, you know what I'm saying. My aunt is
I mean, maybe they were like some years old. What year was this?
This would have
Eighth grade
been.
would have been what year for you?
It was like 2006. No, not 2006. I'm
Because
tripping.
I think
Hold
they
on.
came out like around
2010, around 2010.
Okay, yeah. So they had only been out for like maybe a couple years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you just got like Incredible Hulk feet.
I don't know.
If the insoles was
Bro,
crumbling
dude,
after
was,
3 games.
Bro, it was bad,
What
bro.
the
Like,
hell?
they were slowly just start to peel apart on the inside, bro. And I remember, like, because that was my 8th grade year. Like, we were good that year. You know what I mean? Like, my team was
Did
good.
y'all win the championship?
We did. We won we were undefeated. But,
What school?
okay, bro. Okay, dude. Hold on. Chill, bro.
You
Chill
said
out my
where?
school, bro.
Were you in Kansas or
Yeah,
where?
Kansas.
What's the name?
I went to Tyrell.
Coffeyville?
I went to Tyrell School.
Okay, I mean, I don't know anything
You don't know,
about the
yeah.
competition up there. Or
It's
anything
it's like
that.
a 1A little bitty private school. We had like 150 kids.
What were your stats like?
I was actually good, bro. Like, I was averaging at least like 15, 16 points a game.
In middle school?
Yes, bro.
That's balling.
Bro,
Yeah,
we
that
had
is
a
balling.
cold middle school team,
You got
bro.
a jump shot or what?
No,
what
I
did
was
you-
down low guy. Down low. I
You
was
were in
big.
the paint?
Yeah, because I was
For that, for your like,
Yeah, I've been
were you
this
like
size,
the same
like,
size
type
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
So
and I've always kind of had a bigger build too.
see. I had my growth spurt in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
So I've been this same height since 7th grade.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tell me I was an Allen
Bro,
Iverson.
I was
So,
cold, bro. I thought I was gonna be like
to
Shaq
have the
or some
growth
shit.
spurt, and it was like, oh yeah, you gonna go in
Yeah.
the paint. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? No, I don't got no post moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Me and this one kid, Micah Elrod, he was like we were both like the best on the squad. Like, I couldn't really say I was better than him or he was better than me.
Yeah.
It was me and Micah, and then we had another kid, Bradley Hershey, who was really good too. Like,
Let me ask you a question. Was
Yeah.
it like the Micah kid? Like, well, let me ask you this: what was like the team diversity?
I was the only black kid on the team.
Okay, so Micah
Yeah.
was white.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
he was balling. Okay.
Yeah, he was cold though.
yeah.
He's always been good at sports, like baseball,
Did you
basketball.
have handles?
No,
When the last time you hooped?
not that long ago. Probably about a year now, but I
Where?
shot some shots up the other day at the gym.
No, I'm talking about full court action, up and down.
I used to hoop at the Y and stuff.
Okay.
Some of the Ys here in Tulsa, and then back in Bartisville, and
Okay, yeah, because I
bunch of
didn't
stuff.
even know you hooped.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'd cross you for sure. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, I got handles now. I'd cross you.
think you do,
I would
though.
cross you, and then I'd step back from the
I don't
three
think
and
you
bow
do.
right in your
Like,
face.
I don't think you do. I might not come across as a hooper. Like, I'm not saying I'm like,
Yeah, you that nigga or nothing, but
yeah, I'm not like,
but you can play though.
I'm not weak. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'm not about
Yeah.
to. I'm not gonna score like 1,000 points. But if I don't do one thing, I'm gonna play defense. Like, if you average 10 points, you only gonna score like maybe 2 points. Like,
No.
yes.
I'm hooping on you,
Swear
bro.
to God.
I'm hooping, bro. I got this body, bro. Like, this body is been blessed by me, bro, and I know how to move it, bro. It's a big frame, so there's a lot of weight that's moving and bumping, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this.
You still just a post player or what?
No, I'm way too small now. I've learned how to not be post, but I can still play the post because I played it for so long, and like I know, like I was taught so well how to use my body that I still know how to play
Like,
that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you can't hoop though,
Bro,
For some
what?
reason. You might surprise me and be able to hoop.
Why
but I
does
don't
everybody
know.
think that, bro? You're not
I
the only
don't
person
know.
that nobody at my job thinks I can hoop.
I don't think anybody else at your job can hoop either.
I
bro.
don't think so either.
I don't.
I'm definitely crossing everybody.
Ian, I think he told me he could hoop. I
Yeah.
feel like he told me he could hoop.
He said he
And
had
he
like
told me he could beat me 1-on-1.
he says he would demolish me.
And I'm thinking, I looked at him up and down, and I'm like, man, you cannot.
Bro,
hoop,
if you
dude.
watching this right now, Christian, I'm definitely hooping on you, bro.
Christian.
Easily. Stop playing.
which camera I need to talk to Christian and
Christian.
Christian, I got buckets for you.
I got buckets for you. Anyways, yeah, I'm definitely cold in the What other sports you play? Basketball is it?
Just basketball, but I think I really would have been cold in football too.
You think so?
I think so. Like, I ran track in high school.
Oh, okay.
But like,
Was you pretty fast?
Yeah.
See, that was my thing. I'm really fast.
I doubt it.
Bro,
But,
why are you doing
but
me like
listen,
this?
listen. I was back to me playing football though. I feel like I would have been cold in football. Like, I feel like my juke moves and shit is cold, but it's like, and I got hands, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I could like catch a over the shoulder
Over-the-shoulder
pass. Like, I
pass.
feel like
In
I'd
stride.
be nervous about I'll get cracked.
Yeah.
Or that I'm gonna just drop the pass. I never really tried to really catch it over the shoulder, but also they practice like way too much football, like
Facts.
two a days in the summertime.
In the summer,
y'all
bro.
Tripping.
I didn't like
getting up
football
at
really.
6:00 in the morning to run up a damn hill.
For real, I didn't really like it. I did play though, but I
You
was
did?
yeah. But I was never a receiver though.
Was
I
you trash?
No, bro.
What did you play?
I played running back. My last time that I played in high school.
Running back.
Bro, why are you doing me like this? Yes.
Middle
in high
school?
school.
High school running
Yes,
back.
bro.
Did you start it?
No,
Okay.
they did not let me start, bro. But check this
But
out.
did you get burned though?
No, I never did, bro. I was actually good. Check this out, bro. I've told this story before on the pod, right? So my high school, I was a freshman, right?
Yeah.
We had a very small high school, you know what I'm saying? We played 8-man football. It was very, very small. But anyways, like the varsity team, we would get smashed on, bro, all the time.
Yeah.
They finally put me in the game one time, bro. They put me in the game. They give me the ball.
You went
Get like 2 yards. Okay. They're like, JL, we're running that play again. You're getting the ball again. I'm like, man, this is my fucking chance right here. I'm about to go off, bro. I'm about to go crazy. 62-yard touchdown, bro, to the house.
What?
Took me out, never let me play again.
Why?
I don't know, bro.
That doesn't
Bro,
add
if you
up.
look up my max prep stats right now, bro, I have 64 yards on 2 carries.
That's
With one
amazing
touchdown.
stats.
With
That's
one
some good
touchdown.
stats.
That's a good stat line, bro.
If I read that, I would think, oh man, this dude must have tore his ACL or something like
Type
that.
shit,
Damn,
bro.
why did he
Literally,
get no more
bro.
touches?
They took me out, bro. Never let me play again.
Were you the only black kid on that team?
Only black kid in the whole entire school.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know, man. You definitely needed more touches. Was the starting running back better than you would say?
Yes.
Was it Jacob? Is that his name? Jacob? What was the dude that hooped with you? What was his name? Michael. Was it him?
this was at a different school. I was at a different school already by this time. Yo, what is up, you guys? We just want to make a quick cut reel here and let you guys know about the Buzzsprout supporter link that we now have in the description of all videos. Make sure that you guys go down to the link in the description below and click that link if you guys want to become a monthly supporter of the Everybody Hates Jabber podcast channel. All supporters will receive a shout out in the very next video. We appreciate you guys for showing love, for tuning in, and for subscribing. And we appreciate you guys for hitting that supporter link. Make sure that you guys go tune in, check it out. Let's get back to the pod. Yeah, so anyway, bro, yeah, like, definitely, bro. I don't know why they didn't play me, bro, but I would say, yeah, the guy that was the starter, he was a little bit better than me, for sure. I will say that. And he had more experience. He knew the plays and stuff better than I did. Oh, you don't want to know that. Oh, every game, just about. But somehow we made it to playoffs, so I guess we weren't that bad. Yeah, that's probably more. We were getting run ruled, bro. You ever been run ruled before? I don't know what that means. So a run rule is basically once you get like say at halftime, you're getting beat like 60-0, game's over.
Oh yeah, it's like getting dubbed on Madden.
Mercy
kinda
rule,
like,
yeah, it's like a mercy
Okay,
rule.
yeah.
Like you suck so bad that we're not gonna let you play the next half. We got run ruled a few times, bro. We would travel 3 hours and get run ruled. Dude, that shit was the worst feeling, and I still would not get to play.
Damn, it's like at some point you getting blown out. You know, you let the people who don't get game a lot.
Exactly.
Get in the
That's what I
game.
would think too. Like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? We're getting blown out now. I'll get in.
Why
Nah,
did you stay on that team?
I didn't.
Okay.
I quit that team. I quit
What
that
grade?
team. My freshman year. I didn't even finish that season.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not about to keep doing
yeah,
this.
freshman year, you got somebody ahead of you. You can't
Yeah.
really expect to get burned right then and there, though.
Yeah, but I just
You
wanted to
kinda
at
gotta
least just get
pay
in the
your
game.
dues, and then
Yeah.
you would have maybe got
No.
on your sophomore, junior year. You get the game. Was dude in the same grade as you? The dude that started ahead of you?
Nah, he's a year older.
Okay, yeah.
But I wasn't gonna be at that school long. I knew it.
So did you change schools or what?
Yeah, I went to a different high school every year of high school.
Did you play football at the next school?
No. After that, after my freshman year, that was it for sports for me. I stopped playing.
Did you try out or?
No. I was going to try out my sophomore year in basketball. I was going to make the team easily going to make the team. Micah made the team and Bradley made the team. I was going to make the team with flying colors, but I got kicked out the week of tryouts.
You was fighting? You got kicked out of school or?
Yeah.
You was fighting or? Was
Nah,
that
I think I got in trouble for bullying that time.
You was ragging on people? Is that what?
So
they
what
call
happened
bullying?
was it was this chick that was in class, right? And she was saying something about, she was complaining about something. I literally said, stop. I think I told her to shut up and stop crying. That was it. I'm just like, shut up and stop crying. And we were cool too, so I really didn't think it was like nothing serious, you know what I mean? But I don't know, like whatever happened that day, that morning, was like some serious stuff that happened or whatever, and so it hit her a little bit harder, I guess. Mm-hmm. So she like stormed out of the classroom and like went and was like sitting on the stair rails and was like on the stairwell crying.
What did you say to her again?
I told her to shut up and stop crying.
Okay.
And so she went to the stairwell and was like sitting there like literally physically crying.
Yeah.
And the assistant principal walks by and says like, hey, what's going on? What's wrong with you? And she's like, JL's being mean to me. So.
And they like you. It seemed like you.
I was a problem child.
Suspended at the most, but not expelled.
No, I didn't get expelled. I just got suspended.
You got kicked out.
Yeah, I got kicked out for the week.
That's suspended.
Yeah.
You said I got kicked out.
That's
like
the
you
same
made me
thing.
think like you got kicked out of the school forever.
No.
You can't come back.
That was freshman year.
That's getting kicked out.
At the school that I was at with the football team, I got kicked out. I got expelled from that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Smoking weed.
That was that weed you stole from your cousin?
No.
I heard that. Yeah, you stole your cousin's little bit of weed.
I did,
and
bro.
You tried to put it back. Like,
I did, bro.
Like it was cool.
Bro, she came back. She said,
"What's this in the
she
trash?"
was looking at it. She said, nigga, did you smoke some of my
did
shit?
You say you threw it in the trash? And she was like, the trash don't look like.
Bro,
you changed the trash bag maybe or
so
something like that.
It was a long thing, bro. Like I told her that I fucking took the trash out, or I told her that I threw it away. So she goes to the trash. She's looking through the trash. Then where's it at? I said, oh, the trash was full. I had to take it out. Bro, she went downstairs, bro. She went downstairs to that trash can to go try to find that in an apartment trash can, bro, like to try to find our bag because she wanted to catch me, bro. And I was like fucking 12, nigga. I didn't even know it. I didn't even get high. That was bad. That was funny. But no, it was somebody else's weed that time. Probably my mom's.
Did the other person get well, no, I thought you were smoking with somebody.
Nah, it was just by myself.
Getting bombed out, huh? What grade was that?
Freshman year.
What are you, 13, 14 freshman year?
About 15, 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you ever smoke any weed as a kid?
Like, because, I thought I was going to the NBA when
I was
really?
Little,
they got the don't do drugs people that come to your school and they tell you, oh, you do drugs, you're going to die like this dude that was the number one pick. He died,
bias.
Shit like that. Yeah. Like, So, I mean, that kind of, like, deterred me away from it. But, when I was in maybe 4th or 5th grade, me and my homeboy, we had, like, my homeboy, Mikey LaRusso. He was this Italian kid.
Yeah.
He had...
Sounds like it. Daniel LaRusso's little brother?
He had J's. His daddy was buying him all types of
Really?
J's. Yeah, so we picked up, like... maybe like a piece of notebook paper, right? And just ripped some grass from on the side of the yard and like rolled it up in some paper. Like we was doing something.
No, that's the shit that's gonna kill you right there.
I'm like, oh, no, that shit is nasty.
I ain't never smoking weed.
Set it down. I was done. You know what I'm saying?
That is funny, bro. Hell no, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. All right, man. We done got way off on the tangent, man. Let's get back into this, man. So, at the time, right, like when you're coming up, you know what I'm saying, like when you're first getting your sneakers and stuff, especially like were you old enough to like be actively like watching Jordan like in his prime and stuff?
Yeah, I was watching, like, I didn't see Jordan in the 80s.
Okay, so but like in the 90s, though?
I started seeing him like in the early 90s, like maybe like 92-ish.
Yeah, well, that's about like prime Jordan,
92
right?
92 to like 99. I mean, some people would say that like, I mean, that's when he started like winning championships and stuff like that. But younger Jordan was doing he was doing some shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Turn this on silent.
Oh, yeah, you're good, bro.
He was doing some stuff out there. So I was old enough. So yeah, I grew up on Jordan. I would say I grew up on Jordan. Jordan being like, Jordan was my favorite player. Also, I said Penny was because when Jordan retired, that's who I had. I had Penny Hardaway. Yeah. But Jordan was always that dude to me too.
Yeah. So what was it like for you, like with him at that time already being considered like the GOAT, you know what I mean? Like having his shoe, putting his shoe on while he's still playing, he's still at his pinnacle. Like what was that kind of like? Did you ever have any Jordans back in that time?
Yeah, so I didn't get my first pair of Jordans till 5th grade, I think it was. I had the flu games.
Okay.
Flu game 12s.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good first pair right there.
Yeah, it was a good first pair. I rode them till the wheels fell off.
Right.
On those till the bottom started peeling off.
Yeah.
And they turned the red skint all the way down to pink.
Yeah.
So they were like an important pair for me, you know, my first pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
And then
how did you obtain those? How did you get them?
My mama bought them for me. See,
Mom bought 'em.
my daddy wasn't willing to spend. I don't want to say cheap,
Yeah.
maybe frugal.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good word. That's a good word.
He might have been cheap. Maybe he was thrifty.
Cheap.
That sounds
There
like
you
he was
go.
thrifty.
Okay.
So he's buying me like sale stuff. He would give
Yeah.
me like some feelers that's on sale. So I might get these Fila bubbles or these Fila Grant Hills or something like that, or some cheap. I don't even remember him buying any Nike, but my mama would spend the money for me on some Nike. Like I had my first pair of Nikes 3rd grade. My first pair of Nike basketballs were some Penny Hardaways, 4th grade, and then 5th grade, I got the Jordans.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started getting Jordans when they would go on sale. So I think that summer, well, no, you said what was it like watching? So I had the flu games, right? And then, you know, watching him in that game, you know, watching it unfold and what he did, you know, it's a great pair to have. And
so did the shoe come out before the game?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think it did because I want to say I had them that school year. I had them that school year. So I'm pretty sure it did come out because I know I had 5th grade year. I had some Scottie Pippens and I had those 12s. I remember I had the Pippens because one day I was hooping on the basketball court because I'm
getting crossed over
because I'm a hooper, right?
Getting
So I was out there.
Yeah,
I was out there hooping, and my homeboy, who I told you he had all the jerseys and shoes and shit. We was
the
on
one
the
that used to
court.
cross you. Yeah,
I had the Pippins on, and he had the Jordans. He was like, "Yeah, I'm Jordan, and you Pippin." I was like, "Nigga, no." I said, "I'm Jordan too." I said, "I got my flu games at home. I'm Jordan too." He had on the playoff 12s at the time, but he tried to.
How did they get their names? Like before, like if they were coming out, you know, before these significant moments happened, like what did you call them?
The nickname didn't come till after. You know what I'm saying? So
do you remember what you were calling them then?
Just the black and red 12s.
Black and red 12s.
You know, that's what I call them. Like some nicknames, like I would say like those people, those white and red 12s that just came out. People call them the cherry 12s.
The cherries, yeah.
I've never liked that nickname before. Like, I just call them white and red 12s.
I got you. Yeah.
But the nickname came after, you know, after they said he had the flu, he was wearing the black and red 12s.
Right.
Flu game 12s, but all pairs don't get their nicknames like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was one of your favorite pairs that you had growing up as a kid? Was it those flu games?
Yeah, I would say flu games probably Jordans probably had like the most sentimental value for me because they were my first pair. So it's kind of like the most important part, but they're not necessarily like my favorite Jordans of all time. I don't even know if the flu game 12 is my favorite colorway in the 12s. But
how many pairs of those flu games you got right now?
Surprisingly, just one.
Just one. Wow.
So I'll walk you through it. So I had the OG one when I was little, right?
Okay.
Then they came back out in like 02 or 03. And I'm telling you, it was like 02 or 03, right?
Yeah.
And,
teach me.
And I didn't get them in 02, 03 because I was on this phase where I was on like Air Force Ones, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because everybody had the Jordans, and I hate having the same shoe on as somebody else. So I said I'm doing Air Force Ones, and I only want exclusive colorways because
those were hot back then though too.
They were. That Nelly was out with the Air Force One song, but at the time, Jordans, they didn't have like exclusive colorways that were coming out, so it was like just straight general releases. You know? So everybody had the same shoe, so I said I want exclusive Air Force One. So that's what I was buying at the time. So when they came out, that's why I passed on them. And then like maybe like '06 or something, I went back and I bought like that 2002 release of the flu game.
Mm-hmm. Where were you buying shoes like that back in those times? Like
I either got that off of eBay or Soul Collector. So Soul Collector, are you familiar with Soul? So they had like a website forum, like online sneaker community, and you could buy, sell, and trade on.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they had that, and I was on that tough. That's where I got like a lot of my collection when I first started building up a collection, because I had passed on so many pairs over the years. Now I was like, well, I need to go back and get those, because everybody who had them, their pairs are like beat up now. So I would be the only one.
You about to step out with the fresh one now.
So that's what I was doing, and then after that release, I ended up selling that release to a friend of mine who begged for him, and then I got when did they come out again after that? I had the what is the one with the suede on it? It was like
the reverse.
No, it's a flu game, but it didn't have leather. It had like that new buck on it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they call it. I can't think of it right now. But it was a flu game.
You're going back a little too far for me there.
It came out in like 09.
Oh yeah, I was 12 years old. Grade? Yeah, I was about 12.
Yeah, so I had that pair. That pair really don't count though, because that's not a legit flu game.
Yeah.
But I went back on eBay and I got the OG flu game in my current size. Mm-hmm. So that's what I have now. Mm-hmm. And then I got them again in 2016 when they came out. But I ended up selling that 2016 pair.
Yeah.
I think I got knocked at the casino and I had to sell them.
Yeah. Is that what you be going to the casino a lot? You still do it or what?
I dabble.
You dabble a little bit? What do you play?
I dabble. I play roulette, blackjack, poker. I gamble one-on-one.
Yeah.
We can gamble if you want to gamble.
Really? I like to gamble.
I seen you post something from Osage one time.
Yeah, I hit, bro. I don't like gambling like that, though.
Okay.
I'm really not a big gambler, but it is fun every now and then. I just can't stomach losing money like that, because you don't get
sickening.
Nothing. It's very sickening, bro. Like, you lose your money to a machine. That shit just don't sit right with me. Like, when I lose,
I don't really like playing the machines.
I don't like them anymore either. I just now started playing blackjack though. Like, whenever you see me post out at Osage, that was probably like my first time playing blackjack on a table.
You know, one time, the very first time I ever played blackjack, I won, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I went back like maybe the same year or the next year, right? Mm-hmm. Ironically enough, those Jordan 1s I was telling you about, like that old love, new love pack.
Yeah.
So I had 2 of those that I bought when they released, right? Mm-hmm. And my homeboy, he wanted the black and yellow ones. And I was like, nah, I don't want to split it. But I pulled up on him and I was like, I'll sell you the black and yellow one, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to take that money. I said, I'm going to go to the casino and I'm going to come back and buy him back from you. He was like, okay. I went to the casino with that. He gave me like 150 or like maybe I think it was like 150, maybe 200.
Yeah.
I went, sat down at that blackjack table, and I lost every single hand.
Damn.
And then I never got my shoes back, and I was like, I'm never playing blackjack again.
Yeah,
I'm never going to play for like a really long time.
Yeah. I don't like roulette though. What do you actually bet numbers, or do you just do black or red?
I bet numbers, and that might be my downfall because I just want to touch all the numbers.
That's how I am too. Whenever I bet numbers,
it's like a dumb bet that I end up playing. Yeah. And like if I win, I'm probably not winning a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
if I lose, I'm
losing
win,
a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's like the bets don't make sense.
Have you ever played baccarat?
Yeah, they took that out of the casino down here though. But I like it because it's kind of like roulette in the essence that you can bet black or red, where you can just bet player or banker.
Yeah. And
I don't have the option to lose my money a whole bunch of 37 different ways on that. So But down at the River Spirit, oh man, the Asians used to be on the baccarat.
Dude, that's what somebody else told me, bro. Like they said the exact same thing.
Sit down with 900 in 5 minutes. He ran it up to like 15 bands.
Damn.
Gave it all back. All of it.
We got this dude that comes in all the time to the store, and he's always like, "Yeah, I was at the casino last night. I spent like 40,000." I'm like,
40,000.
He be saying some ridiculous numbers,
low
key.
What does he buy?
he low key will just pretty much buy whatever you
suggest
type shit. Almost, not really, but like he's brought some off-white. He likes Dunks a lot, so mainly it's Dunks and stuff.
What size does he wear?
Like an 11 or something.
I got some size 11.
He said I got some size 11
to jump
now.
off of. Yeah, I need to find.
Hey man, it's crazy, bro. Like sitting in that store, watching the amount of people that come in and just purely want something expensive. They don't even know about shoes.
What's the most expensive shoe you got in here? The most limited shoe? Yeah.
Literally, bro. Like we got this one guy that comes in. He literally knows nothing about shoes. You can tell. You know he doesn't. Actually, we sold him his first pair of like anything like that, and he just strictly wants something that's $1,000 and up. Show me something $1,000 and up.
I mean, maybe it's just that a lot of people won't have them, which I like. I like when a lot of people don't have the same shoes as I do. So
yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, you could get shoes that not a lot of people have that don't cost $1,000.
That don't cost $1,000, yeah. And it's like I think we sold him like some Pirate Black Yeezys.
I don't even know what that is.
Like the original 350s. From like whenever he first came, he had like the turtle dove.
What year did y'all sell him those?
Bro, this was 4 months ago.
For over $1,000?
Because it was the original pair. It was an original pair, so they were
retroed.
900.
How many times have they retro?
Just the once. They just came back that one time when they did it the last time, the Pirate Blacks. But
how much do they cost now though?
$200, $250.
He bought it for $1,000.
$950.
4 months ago.
Pre-owned.
You lying? Hell no.
Pre-owned, bro.
Pre-owned and like a 2016 is when they started coming out with Yeezys. I think
it was like 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Do Yeezys fall apart like how like old Jordans can fall apart?
I don't know.
I don't think
that they like have gotten old enough yet. You know.
I mean,
because I think the oldest Yeezy is what, like 11 years old now.
No,
that they not even 11. Not even 10 years old.
They're like 8 years old.
Yeah, about 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I never had a pair of Yeezys before.
Really?
Never set my foot.
None of them? Not even like the Nike Yeezys? You didn't like those?
I wanted the Nike Yeezys.
Okay,
but like back then, I want to say those came out maybe like 2009 or 2010.
Those were a little bit earlier.
I don't really remember the exact date, but I know I wasn't willing to spend. I don't know if they were going for like 1,000 or they might have been going for like 800. But at the time, that was a lot of money to spend on a pair of shoes for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So I never ended up pulling the trigger on those, but it's like I should have. They're falling apart on people now, but
we've seen somebody walk in with them the other day.
You can get them restored and stuff like that.
Yeah. Damn, man. Damn. All right. So how have you always been able to afford all these shoes, right? Like, because you have so many freaking, like, you have a crazy collection, bro. Like, and how much money do you think you have in shoes?
No idea. But I started working in like 7th grade, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
what was your first job?
Wendy's.
Wendy's. I used to work at Wendy's.
You don't know nothing about Wendy's.
How do they make the chili?
Chopping up the meat the burnt meat on the grill and mixing it in that can.
Oh, bro.
I don't know if that's how they did it when you were doing it.
Well, when I did it, bro, it was the leftover hamburger patties.
Yeah, like the ones that were burnt up on the grill. You
put them in. We would put them in like a little warmer, and then at the end of the day, you take that hamburger warmer and you just grab all the patties out, chop them up.
You don't look like you chopping. That wasn't a chopping motion.
That was the chop, bro. How was you chopping them?
I don't know. I think chopping is more of like an open hand dice motion. I don't know what the hell you got going on over there. What you chopping?
I'm holding the spatula.
That's what they're calling it nowadays. Okay. But so I was 13, and I think you really had to be 16 to work there. So my brother, he used like his high school ID and like Xeroxed it and made me like a fake high school ID.
Oh shit, okay.
And it was like a terrible fake ID. You could just see like a pitch black figure. You just see like a silhouette of a head and it had my name on it. You saw 2 eyeballs and they took it. So I was working at Wendy's when I was in 7th grade. Nobody else had a job. So I was like buying my own shoes and clothes. And I would say it was a weird time in sneakers for me. I was buying like Nikes and stuff, but I also was buying FUBU shoes.
FUBU FUBU used to hit
FUBU
though.
was booming.
FUBU used to hit.
FUBU was
I
booming
loved my
at the
FUBU.
time. Yeah.
Loved FUBU.
I had some FUBU shoes I got from Foot Action. I probably had like 3 pairs of them or something like that. But I was buying other stuff like Air Maxes and maybe some Air Maxes. But I don't think 7th grade. I'm trying to think of what Jordan like. It was like ugly Jordans coming out at the time to me. Like Jordan 15s at the time.
Oh
were
yeah,
out,
those are.
and I didn't like those then. I can appreciate them now, but I didn't like them then. Yeah. And Jordan 16s were out around that time. But yeah, so I started buying my own shoes. I've been buying my own shoes since 7th grade. Yeah. So from then on, I was buying my own stuff, and I started working at Foot Locker when I graduated high school. So 2005.
You graduated high school in 2005?
Oh, man.
Damn.
Yes, 2005. When did you graduate? 2015?
2015.
Yeah, I'm old.
Damn.
So I graduated in 05, and I was working there. So I worked at Foot Locker for 10 years. Damn. And I was like pretty much the whole time assistant manager or a manager. Yeah. And just over time, you know, if you work at the shoe store, you have access to the shoes and you get a discount. It's like you're gonna accumulate a lot of shoes over time, especially if that's all I spend my money on. I didn't care about a car or anything else. I'm not wasting money on anything else but shoes. And at the time, they had it where you never worked at Foot Locker, huh? So at the time, they had it where you can get like every so often throughout the year they do like 50% off specials. So and you could get retros 50% off. Wow. And like it used to be where you didn't have like a limit of how much you could spend on those employee appreciations is what they were called. And I just ran up a lot.
Ran it up, huh?
Like I remember one time it was like a Black Friday and I got like 20 pairs of shoes and they were like $19 each.
Damn.
Like there weren't like a whole bunch of Jordans. It was like 90s basketball shoes, stuff that I like.
Yeah, the shit that you like though.
It might have been a couple pairs of Jordans in there, but yeah. It was just but yeah, just working in the shoe stores for so long, that's really how I got so many shoes.
So talk about that evolution, you know, like, I mean, seeing like shoes go from what they used to be, standing in line for sneakers, till now where, you know, the retail prices are even more expensive. The accessibility is easier, but still more like limited, you know. Talk about that a little bit.
I forgot that shoes were cheaper back then too.
Yeah,
they were a lot cheaper back then. But I think like the evolution of, you said sneakers, or are we talking about sneaker culture? What are we talking?
It's sneaker culture, more or less. Like, you know, the standing in line and stuff. And
the standing in line, I enjoyed that part of it, right? To me, that was like added more to the story. You keep looking at the time, but
oh, you're good. I was actually my girl messaged me.
As long as we wrap up by like 3:40,
okay,
would be cool. So. But I would say like sneaker culture and the evolution of that, like standing in line was something that like I enjoyed, you know what I'm saying? Because you get to run into people who, you know, like shoes the same way that you like shoes. And, you know, I used to use it as an opportunity to pull something out that was nice. Because I know, you know, these people
they're going to know,
I'm going to hit them with something. Yeah, so, you know.
My boy was stepping in them lines.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm pulling out something from like 7 years ago, brand new.
What's the longest you ever waited in line before?
Maybe like I don't know, man. Because one time, it may be a day, but it was like broken up because I drove to Chicago when I was in high school because these Lebron limited Air Force One, right? LeBron was releasing, and I ended up getting a ride to Chicago to go get those shoes, and you had to like get a wristband. You waited in line on the concrete outside at this Nike town out there. And it was like maybe like a day's worth of things. Like
Yeah.
we waited for like maybe so many hours, maybe 5 hours outside. They gave us a wristband. You could leave, and then you have to come back and wait some more.
Okay.
So that was probably like a 12-hour or a day type thing.
Were you living here in Tulsa at the time?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
yeah.
crazy that
I
you
was
were
born
driving that far in high
let
school.
Let me tell you the story.
Yeah.
So I was on limited Air Force Ones, like I said,
Right.
And I saw a pair of Air Force Ones online, and I said, "Those is hard. I'm gonna get those, right?"
Yeah.
Then the release information come out. Oh, they're only coming out in Chicago. I said, fuck it, I'm still getting those. I didn't know how I was getting them though, but
Yeah.
they're like only releasing in Chicago. So I'm either going to have to pay resale price, which I wasn't. I think at the time I wasn't working at Wendy's anymore. I quit. And so it's like I'm either going to have to pay resale, which is not an option. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get to Chicago.
Yeah.
To not pay resale,
Yeah.
even though it's an expensive trip to get to Chicago, right?
Right.
So I ended up scraping up the money to get there, right? And I had been lying to my parents for like 2 months. Said I joined the AAU team, right? And I was going to like fake practices and everything like that.
Bro, what was you doing when you was going to practice?
Because I have a tournament coming up in Chicago,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know what I was doing. I was probably trying to get some money to fund my trip,
Bro,
right?
that is funny.
So
Bro,
I'm going to fake practices saying I'm going to Chicago. I've been asking my my girlfriend's, who is now my wife. So I've been asking my wife's mom, like, I need you to rent this car for me, so I can drive there, right? Because I'm not old enough to rent a car. I was probably 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm printing out MapQuest because that's what we did back then.
Yeah.
We printed out maps. So
Yeah.
I got my MapQuest printed. I'm ready to go. I got my alibi straight.
Yeah.
Come time to rent the car, her mama was like, I'm not renting you no car. She was like, I thought you was just playing. I was like, what?
Damn.
And then, so one of my homeboys, he was like, man, you want me to take you? You want me to take you? He was kind of just playing. I was like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And he had like this is 2005, I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
He had like a 1988 beat up Honda, like 2-door.
Yeah.
I gave him $100 and we put that shit on the road.
Right.
It was like a 10-hour drive.
Damn. Is that your homie? Was it D Hunt?
No, his name is Derek. His name is Derek. He doesn't live here anymore. But it was a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was on the way there or the way back, but the engine started smoking. It was crazy.
Oh, damn.
But anyway, we made it there, got the wristbands. I got 2 pairs, right? Because the plan was to, we waited in line. It was my first time in Chicago. It was like, I had never seen like pigeons just walking on the fucking street.
Yeah.
It was like, don't move. Like birds usually jump out the way. These pigeons just mobbing right next to you, right?
That's because they're government spies.
So, anyways, I ended up getting 2 pairs of the shoes, right? He got one for me since he was in line.
Right.
And it came with like a book and a t-shirt and a whole bunch of shit. It was like a soul collector event. It was a dope experience. So I still have those. But one pair I sold and I made all my money back.
Yeah.
From
the whole trip?
The trip.
Oh, nice.
So that was kind of like my first introduction to reselling.
To reselling?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I don't even remember what you asked me.
I don't either. But that was a great story, though.
That's how I got there. Yeah. I don't know how I don't know remember what you asked me at all. But it somehow tied into that story. Oh, you asked me who has the longest I ever waited.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, that was like it was like somewhere around 12 hours or maybe 18 hours. I don't really remember because they let us leave and come back. And then another long release I did was the Galaxy
phone
release. Like the whole release. I think that was like a 2-day type of thing.
Yeah.
But they made you like wait in your car and stuff like that. But I wasn't like sitting in a line for 2 days.
Yeah.
It was just like you had to go hover around the store for
See, I never made it to that.
for like hours
Yeah.
whenever they opened and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've only had like 3 like major camp outs, 3 or 4. I did that, and then one of my homies made me camp out for some LeBrons one time.
You said that with such disgust.
Because I was thinking about how you said LeBron was the GOAT.
Oh, yeah, of
and
course,
I feel like
definitely.
the LeBrons that I camped out for, it was like a South Beach 9 or something. And it was like no need to camp out because they were kind of like plugged in at the store. And they were like, well, you can just prepay for them.
Yeah.
And we did. And then she wanted to camp out anyway. It was like, well, camp out and get some more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, and we was reselling, so it was like, fuck it, you know, and camp out. She called like 6 people that didn't even want the shoes to just come and fucking camp out. I don't even think she gave them money. They just came and camped out.
Damn, just for the hell of it?
I would have been like, hell
no. To the nizza. Fuck that. Yeah, but nah, man, let's get to that, man. That was one of my questions, man. Definitely LeBron is the GOAT, bro. What makes you say LeBron is not the GOAT?
He's a great player, but I can't like.
The
so
great
this is my
player.
thing. Like when I ask you that, I ask people all the time, like because I don't really like to take away. I don't want to take away from anything that like LeBron has accomplished. Like his resume, is impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
He's like top. I don't even like top 3 in almost every statistical category.
Right.
In a lot of categories, he's in the top. I would say he's in the top 10 of all the statistical categories.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, on paper and on court, he's one of the greatest players of all time, without a doubt, right? But I don't like comparing different eras. Like
that is kind of the hard
eras
thing.
Of greatness. I don't think you can really do that. Like I would say LeBron is the greatest player of all time for like a certain time span of time.
Yeah,
you know,
like
he was
2000
the
and
player, like
on or something.
Maybe 2000 and I usually do about a decade, like maybe a 10-year span, but I don't really know because his is more like 2010 to 15ish. Because Curry came and Curry started doing a lot. Curry kind of like ruined his reign. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Curry's the greatest player of all time. My homeboy Pat at House of Hoops would definitely tell you that he's the greatest player of all time, without a doubt. And you can't convince him otherwise. Curry is one of the all-time greats also. But I mean,
sure. Definitely an all-time great.
You can't. I don't know. Like Jordan, I can't say he's the greatest of all time because people in front of him, like I'm not privy to what type of work they were doing, and you know, across different generations is different rules, different technological advances, different things that play into it. But I mean, like if I'm building a team, like am I gonna pick Jordan over LeBron? I mean, Jordan was that dude, man.
He was, man. He was cold,
Jordan
man.
was
But
the dude. You didn't grow up on Jordan like you grew up on LeBron.
That is true.
It's different for you. Once you grew up watching somebody playing, doing all these amazing things is gonna be, you know, it's hard for you to unsee what you've seen with LeBron. Like I'm not taking anything away. He's a great player. It's like a couple things in his career that I don't like the flopping and crying and I don't know. If he would have, I feel like I would have respected it more if he would have thugged it out in Cleveland and not left to Miami to make a super team. You know?
You think so? I think that was a great decision.
I would have respected it more. I mean, a career move, I guess it was good, but it's like when it's kind of like what KD did, right? Do you respect KD's championship?
It was different with KD though.
How?
Because he went to a legit super team. Like LeBron didn't go to a super team. They all came together and made a super team.
You still created.
That's different though.
You created a super team.
That was nothing before. You know what I mean?
It's like Jordan didn't say, who are the other superstars in the league back then?
And if I was Jordan, I wouldn't have left either. He had a super team. He had the super team. He had the team that KD would have joined. They ended
up building around Jordan, and for me growing up, I was like kind of like that's my expectation of what should happen.
They definitely built their super team for sure.
They build around that superstar.
The superstar,
but LeBron left. And then they just got their super team.
Do you think? I mean, like if he would have stayed, who was to say that he wouldn't have been another Carmelo? a great player that is not even going to be considered a great because
Ilgauskas could have got his shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's the only name you can think of was Ilgauskas.
Zildrunas Ilgauskas was hitting the paint banger. He could have got his shit together.
That's only because he got a weird ass name. That's the only reason why you remember.
But yeah, he didn't have much help. How many seasons did he stay before he left?
He left in what, 2013?
No.
Wasn't 2013?
He left before
No,
that.
2011. 2011, I think. He left after the 9-10 season, I'm pretty sure. 10-11, I'm pretty sure. Or 11-12, one of the two.
I don't know. You could be right. I don't know.
Pretty sure.
No, I don't think you're right.
Google
I
it.
think he might have left like 2010.
That's what I just said. 2010, 2011.
Okay. Did she Google it?
Google it. When did LeBron
leave Cleveland?
Yeah.
It had to been like when the South Beach Eights. So what year did those come out?
2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I just feel like I just lost some respect about how the championships came about just because I had that standard like, you got to stay and thug it out. But you don't, I mean, people jump teams all the way around. Ain't nobody sticking, because the franchises aren't really loyal to the players, unwavering. So I think LeBron said, like, why should they be? You know, so it's like.
And Jordan went to a different team?
He retired, dude, and then he was owner of the team, and the team had a bunch of U's on the floor, so he had to jump in there.
Bro did not say a bunch of U's.
He had to jump in there and get it together, like, y'all not playing the game right. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
He had to get out there. You know what I'm saying?
So he retired twice and then came back?
Yeah, he retired like 93. Then
motherfucker can't make up his mind. See, I don't like that. I don't like somebody that can't make up their mind and be a decision maker. You know what I mean? LeBron is a decision maker. He made a decision to go to South Beach. He stuck with it until Rich Paul convinced him to go back to Cleveland.
LeBron, you can't say he's a decisive decision. He's team hopping all the way around.
He's only played for 3 different teams, and he's won a championship with every one of them.
That's a lot of
Jordan didn't go to the Wizards and win a championship.
But I don't really count that championship in LA. That was like that got like an asterisk.
Bro, you cannot knock them for a bubble champ for the bubble championship.
An asterisk next to
that
championship for me.
If it has an asterisk next to it, then down below it says asterisk equals even harder play.
Really? You think that was harder play?
Not necessarily harder play, but it was definitely harder on their mentals and stuff, I think.
I mean, maybe mentally challenged, but I mean, how long was the playoff? Was the playoff shorter? It was a different playoff setup structure. It was weird. Did they have a regular season?
I think they didn't have a regular season.
They didn't have a regular season.
No, but I think the playoffs were still like the same amount of like, the stages.
No,
and
that's definitely.
They still did 7 games.
That don't count. I like what he did when he came back to Cleveland and won one for Cleveland. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that one the most.
They didn't have hardly anybody. I mean, just
I don't know. That's the
Kyrie.
Hometown. It's just weird. Like, and it was his fucking home. It's your hometown. You're the hometown hero.
Yeah.
And you leave.
Yeah.
You go to Miami. That's wicked to me.
You got to do what's best for you, though. You know what I mean? Because
but I mean,
like Dame, for instance,
you literally have the whole city on your back.
Exactly.
Your hometown.
And they ain't giving you no help.
Say, I'm out this bitch.
I'm out this bitch. I gotta go. I'll be back, but I'm out for a few years. I gotta go. I gotta get what's mine. I don't think. I honestly think
Chris Bosh and them couldn't come to Cleveland.
Because Cleveland wouldn't have paid for him. Cleveland didn't have the budget for that.
I think it's just like
I don't think Cleveland would have had a budget for that, though.
That market, maybe the Miami market. They want to be in Miami, South Beach and shit. That's kind of like how Shaq left and went to LA back in the day.
Yeah. Do you think Shaq is the greatest big man of all time?
Shaq is one of the greatest of all time. Like I told you, I don't have all time greats. I got greatest of an era. He was the greatest big man when I was growing up.
I honestly think though, prime Shaq could beat anybody prime. Like in his
Shaq was a beast. Like,
a beast, bro. And people just aren't built like that no more, bro.
Like, because the most dominant big man right now is like what, Giannis?
Giannis or
like Giannis
they
is
got
big, but
high
Shaq
for
had
Wemby.
a lot more weight.
He had a lot more weight.
But Giannis isn't soft like Dwight Howard was.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Like,
bro, what happened to Dwight Howard? Like, cause he used to be that dude, bro. Like back whenever.
He never was.
You never think he was that dude?
Never.
Magic Dwight?
Ever.
Swear. Say
Never,
swear, bro.
ever.
Dwight Howard used to go in whenever he was at the Magic, bro. Like his first few years in the league, whenever he did like the Superman dunk contest and all that shit, he was fucking big and strong. He was huge.
He was big. I never liked Dwight Howard though. He just was. I don't
I
know.
used
It's
to
not
like him.
entertaining seeing like somebody his height do dunks in a dunk contest. It's hard to make that entertaining.
Yeah.
For me, I think they beat LeBron in the conference finals to
think
get
so.
to the
One of-
finals or
yeah.
something. He went one time. I mean, I guess he was doing work down there, but I mean, it wasn't entertaining to me.
Damn, that's.
Who
do you
was,
think he
who
a
was
top
on that
70?
team with Dwight Howard? Was Tracy McGrady? No, Tracy
No,
McGrady.
not Tracy
Who was
McGrady, but they did have, what was his name? The little short guy, Jamil.
Oh, I know. Jameer Nelson.
Nelson.
Is that
Yes,
his name?
yes. They had him.
Really? And they
He
went
was
to the
cold.
finals. They went to play the Spurs or something.
JJ
like that?
Redick. They had JJ Redick.
Yeah, basketball to me, like when Jordan retired, I kind of stopped watching it for a little
Really?
bit.
Yeah.
because it just wasn't as
entertaining.
exciting.
And-
It
yeah.
was like fucking Spurs. Like,
Yeah.
who wants to watch Spurs basketball?
Fundamental basketball.
No, it
Just
wasn't.
fucking passing 4 times before they take a shot.
It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't my brand of basketball. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But stopped watching the NBA for a while. So
Yeah.
like I even missed a lot of good years from Kobe just because I wasn't following as much. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, man. So we're kind of getting down to we spent a lot of time on shoes, man. I want to kind of move on a little bit, get these last few things that I got for you in here before we get to the end here, man. One thing that I admire and I respect about you the most, you know, is every time I see you, you always got your kids with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell just from the outside looking in, like you're a pretty good dad. You know what I'm saying? And so, what do your kids mean for you, man? Like,
for me, my kids are like, that's what I'm most proud of. My kids, you know. So I always try to have them with me wherever I go because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a stay-at-home dad, right?
okay, yeah,
So I've been a stay-at-home dad for 8 years now. So stay-at-home dad, and then I also do like, you know, I have like some other business things that I do, but I'm with them like 24/7 pretty much.
Yeah.
So when you see me, you're gonna see my kids, except
Facts.
for like I thought about bringing my daughter today.
I
but
thought
it
for
was
sure
like-
you'd have one.
It's like
Thought for sure.
she fell asleep, right? So
Uh-huh.
it was like, luckily I didn't have to bring her. So
Yeah.
I just hope she stays asleep the whole time. I left her with my mom.
I got you.
But yeah, man, they're just like, you know, they're gonna be the legacy to whatever I do, you know.
Right.
Like they're a extension of me and my wife.
For sure.
To look at them and when they look, you know, like me, or I see her in them also, it's just a good feeling for that.
Beautiful
and
thing,
I just try to be there for them as much as possible. Because I know the type of impact that I can have on them.
Right.
And I just want it to be a positive one.
Yeah.
So, and I also want them to like learn from my mistakes, like whatever the mistakes may be, and try to teach them things that I wish that I knew when I was little. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. What do you think is the most important thing that you can teach them?
I want to teach them to be
Sneakerheads.
kind. I want to teach them to be understanding, and I want to teach them to be financially free. Is what I'd like to get them to.
Yeah, I got you. So, are you done, or do you hope to add more to the bunch?
I'm done.
You done?
Done.
Done.
Yes.
Officially done.
What about you?
I don't have any yet.
When are y'all planning on it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Coming up soon. We're getting to that time, you know, that age and stuff.
But
it's never really been
comfortable to tell me if you have you ever had a pregnancy scare?
I kinda, not really, but
Not really.
kinda. Like there was like one time in like I was probably like 17, 18.
It
the
wasn't
girl.
scary for you though?
Oh yeah, it was fucking frightening as hell.
What
like,
do you mean kinda, but not really though?
well, because she was like, "Oh, I haven't had my period yet," but it was like 2 days later. Then she was like, "Oh, I had it." So it was
it wasn't like a week. Or
Yeah, it
2
wasn't-
weeks,
yeah,
and you was
like,
oh my
just
gosh,
fretting.
we need to take
yeah,
a
like,
test.
yeah, no, it wasn't like that. It was just like,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't had it. And then like next time I talked to her, she was like, "Oh yeah, I had that like 3 days ago," and I'm like, "Oh shit, whew. All right, good." But that's about it though.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So outside of sneakers and stuff, right? Like what? Oh, hold on. No, I had one more for you. How old were you when you had the first one? Your first kid? Yeah.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that? 8 years ago?
About
So
8
it was
years
like
ago.
27, 28.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of old then.
Yeah.
What was that? What was your thought process like when you found out that?
Well, we were trying to have
okay.
kids though, so it wasn't like a surprise or anything like that. So our plan was, we had our careers, and then we had a house.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to make sure we had a house before we had the kids. So I got married young too. I think I got married in 2010.
Okay.
So got married, got a house, had a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was planned.
Yeah, that's just kind of where I wanted to be. Want to be able to at least be in my career. You know what I mean, making good money, doing what I'm doing now, and have a good stable.
So career-wise, you would like to be a content creator for your career path? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something to do with content,
what made
podcasting and stuff.
Want to start this channel?
Like the podcast channel, or just the podcast? I just like talking to people. I mean, most people that talk to, that have conversation with me, they can tell I'm a talker. So one thing about it too is I like to learn from people, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people that are doing great things in life, it's like, how do you get next to those people and learn from them? How do you know what I'm saying? Like, be in the same room with these people that have something to teach you, because like people that have something to teach usually have a lot of shit to do. You know what I mean? Like they got a life, you know what I mean? And it's hard. They're not looking for new friends and stuff like that. So it's like, how can I put myself in a position to be able to learn from people, to be able to, pick up game from these people and pick their brain a little bit. So podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk to people.
I wanted to start a podcast. Like that was a plan to be another extension of that Social Sunday type stuff, but it was like, I hate being on camera. I hate the sound of my voice. I'm kind of glad you didn't have those headphones. I would have been like, oh my gosh.
Right. But it takes some getting used to, for sure.
But also, like, I remember when I was in college, right? So everything, like all my school projects and stuff, like everything was centered around shoes, right? So my teacher, I had a marketing teacher, and he was like, man, you should start a YouTube channel about shoes. You know what I'm saying? And had I done that in 2010, it would have been my career, and I could talk about shoes all day. And not only that, I could talk about other stuff too. But it's kind of something like I regret, like, dang,
not
I
starting.
wish I would have started that.
I'm the same way too. I wish I would have started a long time ago.
It's also like, I always feel like, it's too late to start, but that's not necessarily the case.
Right. Never too late.
Eventually I'll get started. I guess you got to give me the game on how to do setups and audio, all that jazz, things like that.
Yeah, you should do it, bro. That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope.
So you want to do podcasting and what else? Because you don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
Why don't you do your skits anymore?
Like the skits and vlogs and stuff. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, I don't want to spread myself too thin.
I don't think
what I mean?
What vlogs were you really doing? You weren't really doing vlogging.
Yeah, I would vlog most of the sneaker events and stuff that we would go to, and a lot of that stuff. I'd vlog at those.
I just remember more of the skits.
The skits, yeah. I like it, you know what I mean? And I want to get back on it. Like, if I can get this thing running full time, but it's like with doing this, as much as I'm doing it, having a full-time job and trying to balance, being in a relationship, family time and all that. It's just, I just don't have the time to do it all.
With 3 kids.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to hold off from the kids too.
So you have the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So are you on audio platforms too, or what? Okay. Yeah. So you got audio, then you have your video formats. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
So you're on
TikTok,
all
Instagram,
the major platforms.
Yeah.
And are you're editing, you try to do as least editing as possible?
I do it all.
I'm saying, but you don't really.
Oh, out of the video?
Yeah. No, out of this right here,
no, I don't edit.
You do use AI or anything like that to like chop it up?
I do AI for reels. That's
that's what I'm saying.
For the reels. But and then even then, it only helps so much. Like AI just pretty much goes through and gets the reels, like gets the segments the general area of what you're needing. Like, you still got to go through
a little bit and just adjust it a little.
You got to adjust it a lot, actually. AI, especially like the tools that I use, they're just not quite there yet. They're getting there. They're getting better every single week. You can see new updates and stuff, but it's still like a lot of stuff that you got to do. And then after that, then I have to download them, put them back into my editor, and then go through and like grab clips and stuff to make it kind of bring it to life.
I like making sneaker content and things like that because that's what I enjoy. But it's like I hate the editing is crazy. Like, and I'm like,
you do some good edits though.
I'm such a like, I wouldn't say a perfectionist, but I'm my own worst critic that I would watch my stuff over and over, tweak it here, tweak it there, keep watching those because I shoot a lot of content, right? Sneaker content that I never
put
post
it out
because maybe I never edited or whatever the case may be, but like I probably have enough content to last a few years.
Do you just do it on your phone or do you do it on an actual?
Just on my phone. And I mean, I just got to start making it and putting it out there because I would like for content creation to be my career also, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I could do that.
Yeah. It's fun, you know what I mean? Like, it allows you to do something and showcase something that you love and make money from it. Like, it's, you know, kind of the best of both worlds type of thing.
You know, and when I was in school, content creation really wasn't a career path you could
honestly,
you could
even me, like whenever it was coming up more, but
YouTube was out and things like that, but it was like you really didn't, like 2010, you didn't know anybody that was getting paid from it. This girl I went to high school with, she has like I think like 1 million subscribers.
Really?
Stuff like that.
Yeah, see, there's one guy that I went to high school with that does he does kind of what we do with sneakers and content creation, except he does thrifting. So he goes to Goodwills and just finds your regular everyday Converse, Skechers, heels, boots, whatever it is may be, and he thrifts them. He'll buy them for $5 or $6.
You interviewed him on the pod?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen. I wouldn't remember his name, but I saw that one.
Yeah, it was a really good one. He makes a lot of fucking money doing it too.
I wish I had time to go thrift.
That's the thing.
I wanted to get into thrifting too and stuff like that, but it's like I have like this business.
Yeah.
I wish 10 Toes would take my shoes back so I don't have to try to sell them myself.
I'd love to get back in that consignment.
What I got to do to get that back, man? I need that.
I need it. And I work there. And I don't even get it. I want it bad. I want it. I missed my opportunity. I never did go.
I will exchange content creation if you take these hundreds of pairs and throw them back in your inventory.
Just put them back on the shelf, please. Oh, man. So we've talked about sneakers. We talked about your passions, your children. Now let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, probably one of your most important loves, you know what I'm saying, your wife. You know. Where did you guys meet?
We met in high school.
High school sweethearts, huh?
High school sweethearts.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we met. She was my best friend. So what happened was, I had saw one of my homeboys talking to her, and I knew of her, right? But I didn't know her, and he ended up giving me her screen name. I don't know if you're familiar with AOL Instant Messenger.
No,
so it's kind of like Snapchat.
Yeah.
But old time.
Oh,
right?
There's
no pictures and videos. It's just text. Yeah. So it's kind of like text messaging in a sense. Instant message. You have to get online to do America Online.
Yeah.
You heard of America Online?
You're a little too old for me.
America Online was the internet.
Oh, AOL.
Yeah.
AOL.com. Yeah. Okay, I know what you know. Yeah.
So I was if it wasn't for AOL and AOL Instant Messenger, I wouldn't have a wife probably right now because I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily just shy, but I'm introverted, right? So if I don't know you and you were a female back then, I probably wouldn't just walk up to you and start talking to you. Conversation with you like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe if you grew up, if I grew up around my brother and he was like that and maybe introduced me to starting conversations like that, I probably would, but no, that wasn't the case. So it was online, I felt like I could, you just feel like you could say more. You know what I'm saying? You're not as nervous. Yeah. Because I'm not seeing the reaction.
And you got a little time to think about.
If it's a negative reaction from what I say, I'm not seeing that
Right.
on a face that's
Right.
gonna make me feel stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, what?
Yeah. So we met in high school, and I ended up. So I had her screen name, right, and I don't think I ever sent her a message. I think my friend ended up giving her my screen name, and she sent me a message. And then we just built a friendship from that. But before that, I think I actually had a class with her, and the girl I went to middle school with was in the class, and she was like, my wife asked my homegirl, she was like, ask that weird dude if we could have some of his candy. I had like a bag of candy, and I gave them some, and I think at a later point I might have got the screen name stuff might have happened, but yeah, we just became really good friends, best friends, and like, you know, like I always, you know, figured she was out of my league anyway, so I was like, I'm not even gonna try to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, get some advice from a female perspective, like, you know, I would talk to her about other girls that I was pursuing and things like that, but then it just ended out, you know, we ended up, you know, falling for one another. I remember, like, I liked her, and it's like, you know, I'm at the same time not trying to ruin a friendship when you do develop the feeling. So it's like a difficult kind of spot to be in. And I remember I finally told her when she told me that, she was going to move to Dallas or something, but she was lying just so I could show my cards, you know, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that ended up. We went to prom together and everything. So we just been together ever since, man.
Oh, that's a cute love story right there, man.
How did you two meet?
Tinder.
No, y'all didn't. Swear to God.
Swiping right, swiping left.
Okay. How long y'all been together?
About going on 4 years. Well, actually just past 3.
Okay.
So we're working on the 4th now, but yeah.
Yeah. I was never in the Tinder generation.
Nah, yeah. By the time Tinder came out, you was 3 kids deep.
I was locked down. Yeah.
So, all right, man. I'm about to. What does she do for a living?
She's a nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay, nice.
So she's in healthcare. So she was a RN, and then she went back to get her master's. So she's a nurse practitioner. She works in breast care right now. So
okay.
She's saving lives.
Saving lives, man. There you go, man. What about her do you think made her like the one? You know.
Just a level of comfort that I get being around her. You know, you can be yourself. You know, I'm not trying to like spit game or anything like that. Or you guys call it Riz nowadays.
Riz is what it's called nowadays.
Is Riz short for charisma?
I don't know.
It's just
I'm in the game days. I'm spit game. That's what I grew up doing, was spitting game. Yeah.
So I was like, I never felt like I had to do that because, you know, we were just friends to start off anyway with. So she knows me completely, you know, in and out, flaws and all. So it's like I never had to pretend I was something that I wasn't. So I can be myself around her completely. It's just a level of comfort and a level of trust. Like, I trust her 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, and she's funny. Yeah. She's funny. Sometimes she thinks she's funnier than she is. Like, she thinks she's a comedic genius, but she is funny. Yeah. And I love that. And man, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman.
How does she feel about your sneaker fetish?
At first it wasn't a problem, right? Yeah. So it's like, cause you know, it was her mama that was supposed to rent the car for me. I think she ended up giving me like $100 to help me go get those shoes. But when we graduated, right, it was she knew that Space Jam 11s were my favorite shoes, right? And they had came out when we were in 8th grade. We just graduated high school at this point. Yeah. And there's no resale shops down here. StockX isn't a thing. Yeah. There was a sneaker like forum called Nike Talk, right? I don't know if you heard of it, but it's an online sneaker community. People will buy, sell, and trade on there also. I just used to get on there and kind of just like, you know, window shop. I hadn't even created an account on there. She created an account. She started getting legit checks done on this pair, and she bought me a pair of Space Jams for my birthday.
Let's go.
It was crazy. That'll let you know that she's a keeper too.
Yeah,
you know?
that was the moment right there.
Yeah, she investigated the shoes, found them for me. You know, she's the coolest. She's the coolest, man.
That's what's up, man.
She also, what was I gonna say? She got me. Yeah, you said that she support my. What does she think of my shoe habits? So she was supported back then. Like she would be on the phone with me when it was like on releases. You had to call East Bay. Yeah, you got 2 phone lines going. Let me know when you get through. Type stuff. You know. So she was in there with me. She knew that I was addicted to shoes. And then at some point, I can't tell you when, but it got to a point where she was like, "When you gonna grow out of this?" You know. I'm not. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But I mean, I've been buying like kids shoes since 2005.
Yeah.
So I just be buying stuff. You know, like I'm just like, I don't know if they're gonna have these shoes around anymore. So I'm gonna buy them now. You know,
might as well, right?
Our kids, and they wear them now.
Yeah.
My daughter had on a pair of shoes from like 09 the other day.
Yeah, I be seeing all those shoes that the kids be having. And I'm like, how the fuck did you have these? How did you have these?
Just buying stuff.
Just be buying shit.
That's
crazy, man. All right, man. Well, we're got to the end here, man. We got to get you out of here pretty soon, man. So what's next for you, though, man? What can the people expect to see coming from you?
Another Social Sunday event or Social Saturday event. We're gonna throw one in December. If Ten Toes not gonna sell my shoes no more, I guess I'm gonna have to get back on eBay.
Yeah.
Well, I am on eBay, but I guess I'm gonna have to start posting a lot more stuff for sale, getting rid of some older pairs that I have, just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to start bringing those workshop events that I was telling you about, like the Social Sunday workshop events. Just sneaker events that not necessarily always about buying and selling, trying to get money from somebody. I'm not trying to get money from people necessarily. I want you to buy my shoes though, but I'm saying it's not all about money. I wanted to bring the sneaker community together.
Right.
Maybe, even just have like sneaker meet and greet. People from the online sneaker groups locally just come meet up in person.
Yeah.
Pull out some heaters, Yeah.
You know?
Things like that, just trying to bring everybody together,
Yeah, that'd be real dope, man.
Centered around sneakers.
For sure.
That's what I want to do.
Well, man, is there anything that you want to shout out, man? Any of your socials or anything like that?
Just, I think SolecialStudies on all platforms, SOLECIA. You going to pop it up on the screen?
It won't be popped up on the screen, but it'll be in the description below, though.
SOLECIAL Studies.
And the link will be in the description below. So if you guys don't remember that,
I feel like I spelled it wrong just now.
You think so? I think you hit it right on the head. SOLECIAL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know how to spell?
I mean, I'm usually typing it out. I don't talk to cameras, I'm usually just typing it.
Oh, man, we appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate y'all for staying tuned. That's going to be it for this week's episode. Make sure that you guys tune in, and make sure that you guys go hit that supporter link in the description below. Check out all his links in the description below as well. We appreciate you guys for watching, for viewing, for tuning in. Everybody hates Jabber. We out.
I'm going to have a part 2 where I interview you the whole time.
That would be dope. Yeah.